Bacteria are microorganisms that can be found almost anywhere in the world. In the water you drink, on your kitchen floor, on your skin, and even inside you. Bacteria contribute to a lot of functions in your everyday life. They aid in food production, agriculture, waste management, and even in making medicine. But as we know, not all bacteria contribute positively. Some can be pathogenic. They can make you really sick and even cause infections. Ever have strep throat? Bacteria. Ever get food poisoning? Bacteria. Bacterial infections can be very common and often go away in a few weeks. But certain bacteria can cause more serious infections and wreak more havoc than their lesser counterparts. The spread of these bacterial infections is a major issue across the globe. Certain bacteria can cause mild to lethal epidemics. If not treated properly, bacteria multiply in the human body, impacting the health of an individual. However, with the discovery of antimicrobial drugs, we are now able to kill or neutralize certain molecular aspects in the bacteria to ultimately inhibit the further growth of the microorganism. For example, certain antibiotics can inhibit cell wall synthesis in bacteria, ultimately stunting their growth. Antimicrobial drugs have helped millions of people all around the world. But we can wonder, what happens when these antibiotics stop working and can cause a risk to one's health? Unfortunately, we may have to answer this question sooner than we originally thought. There is an increasing global threat to public health, that being antimicrobial resistance. The rise of antimicrobial resistance, or AMR, is causing life-threatening infections all over the world. How is this happening, you might ask? Well, when an increased use or misuse of a drug, usually an antibiotic, occurs, the impact of the drug becomes less effective. Microbes, such as bacteria, can evolve and build a tolerance to these treatments if the drug does not effectively kill all of the bacteria. The one remaining bacteria will survive and create more bacteria that are now equipped with the genetic material to survive as well. Many bacteria evade antibiotics by lessening the potency of the chemicals present in the medication. Mutations within the bacteria can stop antimicrobial drugs from working effectively in the body. Because of this, resistance against these drugs increases, causing more harm and preventing infections from being treatable. Areas like the US and Europe show a significant increase between 23,000 and 25,000 deaths caused by antimicrobial resistance. The detriment of this increased AMR can manifest in many ways. Parasitic infections such as malaria are becoming harder to treat. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, an estimation of 445,000 people have died due to malaria, and the exposure of transmission to such diseases is prevalent in approximately half of the world's population. A bite from an Anopheles mosquito injects the Plasmodium falciparum parasite to grow and spread within the human liver and red blood cells. Antimicrobial drugs such as artemisinin prevent the growth of Plasmodium falciparum. However, the recognition of 15 different mutations caused the alteration of a single amino acid in the K13 protein, leading to the ineffectiveness of artemisinin. The role of artemisinin resistance permits Plasmodium falciparum to remain in the bloodstream and build more toxins, which increase the complications and symptoms within the patient. To minimize the action of artemisinin resistance, the identification of such mutations can further on more research and experiments to help eliminate the widespread of malaria around the world. Increased diagnoses in STDs and STIs are causing overuse of antibiotics. According to the American Sexual Health Association, 1 in 2 sexually active persons will contract an STI by age 25. And CDC estimates that approximately 820,000 new gonococcal infections occur in the United States each year. STDs like gonorrhea are the most common and have increased 63% in the last 5 years, but are also treatable with 1 dosage of antibiotics. But now, certain strains of the bacteria that cause gonorrhea are now showing resistance to the antibiotics. A once treatable infection is now at risk of being incurable. This only gets worse when you realize the longer the gonorrhea infection stays in the human body, the more damage it does. This includes organ failure, infertility, and pelvic inflammation disease. Preventative actions such as proper sexual education, access to contraception such as condoms, can prevent the spread of STDs. Decreasing the number of infections is vital as it will decrease the amount of individuals needing antibiotics. The fewer antibiotics, the better, as the bacteria's AMR will stagnate.